Welcome, my faithful following, to another edition of the Sunday Rise. You only get the prize if you tune into the Sunday Rise. Big guy KG, get my collection plate going, warm it up. Take the hand towels off of it, the warm hand towels, and wipe it off. I don't want any. Get the white gloves. I don't want any fingerprints on my collection plate. You understand me, boy? You understand?
24 karat gold.
24 karat gold collection plate. Because the offering has to be as good as the offerees. And I see the potential in the congregation here. So pass that collection plate around slowly. Walk slow, pass the collection plate around slow. Use your people skills. That thing better come back full, though.
If you don't know how much to put in, if you just open your Bible and go to the book of sins, there's a listing of the sins and how much you need to contribute. Because this is what we do here at the Third Baptist Church of the Sunday Rise. Now, like he said, if you don't have your eyes on the prize, then you don't know what's going on when the Sunday Rise is going on. Good morning, people.
Morning.
I just want to let y'all know I'm getting in trouble for what y'all are doing. I'm getting in trouble for this, right? I'm getting in trouble for this.
Hey,
I'm about to really get you in trouble right now because the wives need the low-cut V-neck. We need some cleavage out here. We need to get the men's in the congregation to really open up their pockets and their wallets. All right? So the good smelling baby oil. Okay? We get the good smelling baby oil, hit the hair, little slick to the side, little lipstick. Let's get this collection plate nice and heavy because there's a trip to Bermuda in our future.
And if your backside look like hams, then in this offering, you got to share the yams, if you know what I mean.
You know that glazed honey baked ham put on their ham. That's what we need back there, nice and crispy.
I ain't said a word.
It ain't about your beauty, but it's about the booty.
Get your boys, KG. Get your boys. Reel them in, bro. Gotta reel them in.
See, look. Let me go ahead and put it to you like this. Welcome to the Sunday Rise. It's me, it's the big guy KG, sitting there with the gentleman Jack Carter, Midnight Rider, the boss BJ. Oh man, if you listen to this show, you already know it's going to go left. But I'm not condoning this going left because I'm in proximity of getting hit, so I'm not going to get hit. First and foremost, we announced it last night. If you did not watch the Saturday Night WrestleManiacs last night, you missed a good show. We talked about WWE. We talked about AEW coming up on they're 38 episodes away from time Monday Night Nitro on TNT. And I'm like, damn, for real? It's been 6 years.
Wow, okay.
We even had a conversation with Sam, who's in the comments this morning. We were talking about cereal last night. So if you haven't saw that, please go back and watch that. YouTube, Facebook. Pretty soon you'll be able to listen on all your streaming apps. And so
where else? What up?
Where else? Hold on now.
Hold on. Sam said the Sunday show is wilder than the Saturday night show. Sometimes.
Yes, sometimes that Saturday night show is because when I got on. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Now, the big place you can watch the Saturday Night WrestleManiacs. We talked about it last night. We've talked about it for the last week. Me TV. We ran down all the markets you can see us in: St. Louis, Des Moines, Cleveland, LA, DC, New York. Me TV.
What was the first place?
Did I say Des Moines?
No, you didn't say the first place.
Nah, not the very first. What was the first? You remember what you said first?
No.
Kalamazoo.
Oh, Michigan.
No, you
I don't
didn't say
know.
that.
What did I
Don't worry
say?
about it. Don't worry about it. You just go to
I don't
bed.
remember what I
Just
said.
go to bed. It's okay. This bit died because of KG. It's all good.
Well,
It's okay.
go
I
ahead.
can see the smoke coming out your ears. It's okay.
Look, man.
We charge it to over
But-
40, baby.
That
exactly.
is where you can see the Sideline Junkies Saturday Night WrestleManiacs coming up on 6 years on air. Come next month on the 25th.
Yes, sir.
Fellas, let's start this off in the WNBA. The WNBA All-Star game was last night. That was the WNBA All-Stars versus USA Basketball. Team WNBA won 117-109. Some people are like, oh my God, we're in trouble. But here's the thing that people don't realize. When Team WNBA beats Team USA, they go on to dismantle the competition in the Olympics and win gold. Don't hold a lot of stock into it, please. Did you gentlemen catch that?
Yeah, I watched the whole second half.
Yeah, I caught the last tail end of it.
They was balling hard too. It wasn't no all-star game foo-foo stuff. They was balling, fouling, hacking. You know, it was a good game.
Man, it seemed like the ladies got some. I don't know what it is, but when Team USA lost, man, you could see it on Aja Wilson's face. Oh my God, you can see it on her face, and it's just like, just put on a show for the remainder. When you go to the locker room, put that face on. But it was a couple of them just like steaming, sitting there with that ceremony when they gave the trophy to the MVP. But it was crazy to watch.
That's great fuel, man. They got Germany tomorrow for their last little warm-up game, and then they're off to play in the Olympics. So
now, looking at this box score, you had. Now I've been practicing her name.
Yeah,
for 2
no.
days. Ogun Bowali.
Ogun Bowal. Bowali, you're right. Ogun
Bowali.
Yeah.
34 points in 31 minutes.
No, she's not German.
All in the second half. She had 0 in the first half.
She killed it.
0.
No, I'm sorry. She killed it.
Yes, she did. Killed it.
She led all scorers. Angel Reese, first NBA rookie to have a double-double in the All-Star game, 12 and 11. But not to be outdone by her counterpart and Caitlin Clark, who had 10 assists, and one of her dimes was on a fast break where she sliced through the defense and she right it down on Angel Reese for the lay-in. That was beautiful. And everybody was like, that's what they was waiting for. They wanted to see how they were going to work. And they worked pretty well together. I wish they would have left them on the floor a little bit more time together, because I think they're pretty good when it comes to playing together. But they don't get a chance to play together, of course, a lot. But I think if you put them two together, you're going to see some magic. For Team USA.
Hey, KG, real quick. Was it a he or was it a he? Like,
No, it was a
he.
No, it was just the one.
He. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the one. Aja Wilson had 22. Breanna Stewart led Team USA with 31 and 10. DT Diana Taurasi, she is pretty much the ageless wonder of the WNBA. She had 14. Brittany Griner had 10 and 7. I just don't want anybody to get bent out of shape with this. This is not what you need to get bent out of shape with, because you got Team USA, who are considered the best of the best. They just ran into something else with Team WNBA, and I mean, it was an exhibition. So don't get too bent out of shape about it. Fellas, what's your thoughts on it?
It was great seeing Cheryl Miller on the sideline. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I
It was
agree.
great seeing Cheryl, and I always, just think, man, if her time would have ran into the WNBA, probably wouldn't have had Houston win championships like that. That right there if Cheryl would have gotten the league and in her prime, you can cancel Christmas.
We having totally different conversations if Cheryl Miller was in the WNBA. So I don't even want like it's probably like KG wants to put that fictional thing of bias and that Celtics teams beating the Lakers. Like that's no. Like Cheryl Miller in the WNBA is probably one of the greatest what ifs in the world. That people actually can believe in. It's not like Santa Claus when Lynn Bias plays for the Celtics.
Okay.
You remember the old cartoons where somebody would get hit and their pieces would fly in the air, would come down to a perfect sandwich. That's how Cheryl Miller would have went through the WNBA. Like just like that. That's crazy because I think we did a what if show. I don't think anybody said anything about Cheryl in her prime being in the WNBA. And that is like crazy to even think of it.
I think that's where like parts of the WNBA miss because you missed Cheryl Miller, you missed what's the name? Is it Lieberthal? Nancy
Lieberman-Klein, she played in the WNBA.
There we go. But she was like
really
40 when she played.
She was older though. Yeah, she did. They didn't
she
get
wasn't
prime.
her prime.
Yeah.
We missed some ladies having their prime. You know what I'm saying? And then I think we went through a stretch where women's basketball kind of hit a lull in terms of star power, and now we're back with the stars, and now you're getting the avalanche of support because you got players that people want to see, and like that's the one thing that I think last year or even 2 years ago, even with Sabrina Ionescu, it was like this gap where you didn't have somebody you were invested in, and their luxury is they had people invested in the dark and the light, in terms of Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. And I'm not talking about their tone. I'm talking about the way they're viewed. Like some people view them as hope and others view with hate on Angel Reese. Now that you have that compelling thing driving people to the ball game, now you get the results. Now you get people in the stands. Now you get people watching on TV. And I think like they hadn't hit like 1 million views in a long time. Now they're getting 1 million views like game after game, depending on who the teams are.
Yeah.
And it's only gonna get better because these young ladies that are coming up next, they bringing everything with them. Whether it's Paige Buckers, whether it's Juju Watkins, there's probably some young lady right now somewhere. I think Gil has a daughter that's playing out there now, that's in high school, and she can go. So they're gonna have some things coming through. And I don't mean things, I mean problems that's gonna make this league so compelling. And I think they gotta at least get 4 more teams in it so you can spread some talent out, but still have the stories.
Yeah, there's definitely some talent. Go ahead, KG.
They're talking about expansion.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about expanding to two more teams and also bringing back quite possibly the Houston Comets and possibly another team that had to be folded.
I think they're going to need it. There's a lot of talent out there, young girls coming up. I mean, you look at Kobe Bryant's young daughter, Gigi, and her squad. There's two girls I seen on ESPN the other day that were from that team that Kobe was coaching over at Mamba Compound or whatever that's called out there in LA. And they ready to come up. I think they juniors.
I think Zach Randolph's daughter is in that group.
Yeah. And I saw some videos, man. They're sweet. And there's a lot of growth going to be coming to the WNBA, and expansion is definitely going to be needed soon. I mean, look at that arena yesterday, Phoenix, man. That place was packed for that game.
I'll say this to you. I love Cheryl Miller. Don't take that any way else, but I love Cheryl Miller. I think she's quite possibly the greatest women's basketball player of all time. However, If she would have came to the WNBA, they probably would have put her on the West Coast. So they probably would put her in LA, either LA or Sacramento. If she would have been in Sacramento, okay, I see a tough road because that would have been her and God, what's my girl name? Yolanda Griffith. That'd have been her and Yolanda Griffith out in Sacramento. Now, if you put in LA, that'd have been her, Lisa Leslie, Tamika Dixon, Mwani Mabika, all of them. Wow. But we still had the big three down in Houston. You still had
would have went through them like X-Lax. And when they wouldn't have been on the board, you wouldn't have known who they were.
Of course you would have.
In her prime.
In her prime.
Nobody on that team stopping her.
That's
nobody.
You didn't have to
stop. Nobody.
You got players like Jenneth Arcane coming off the bench. Greatest 6 woman in the WNBA history, right? You got one of the greatest guards and Kim Peratt. Their guards would have never got over half court with Kim. So please stop. Let's stop this. Let's not even do this because you don't want to do it.
The sir would have brought the ball up and they still be losing. So I don't know. I don't know what you want here.
Well, I tell you,
Sherwood had 63
at halftime.
68. Your point being,
Coop.
Let's not even do this. Let's not do this.
No, we can do this. I got time today.
But let's not forget Alicia Gray's performance she had. She was in the skills challenge and the 3-point contest, and the young lady managed to win both contests. First player in 20 plus years of WNBA.
Did she make like $115,000 off of her 2 performances?
She made $110,000 off of winning those 2 competitions, and that's not far off her season salary of $180,000 in one night.
Crazy.
Yeah,
crazy. I need them one night odds.
Yeah, the money's flowing in the WNBA right now.
Let me log in to MGM. I'll be right back.
So, what would Monica Wright have done in her WNBA career?
Monica Wright was only there because the girl got pregnant.
You stupid.
Monica Wright didn't have the intensity.
Oh, okay.
She didn't have the intensity to handle that. Because here's the thing: Monica Wright, point guard, decent handle, but she would have came to Houston. The late great Kim Peratt would have strapped her up, and that would have been it.
Okay,
that would have been it. Because she see, when you got a scrappy guard that's small and like Muggsy Bogues, just a net, just always there. Every time you turn, right there. You look over one shoulder, they coming over the other, the ball gone the other way. It's an easy lay-in. Come on now. Come on, let's not do this.
All right, let's go, man.
Talking about Olympic basketball, USA men's wins a nail biter against South Sudan. I'm gonna accentuate the positive before I rip him a new one. 23 from LeBron plus as well as the game winner, 14 from Embiid, 12 from Curry, 11 from Edwards, 15 from Anthony Davis, 8 from Holiday, 5 from Booker. And if I'm not mistaken, this team was favored by 41.
43.
43. You need to look at your MGM app more, man.
Yeah, get your odds right. 43-point spread.
I'm going to allow you gentlemen to take it first. I'll start with the boss BJ. We'll go to Jack, then go to the Midnight Ride, and I'll finish it up.
I'm gonna try to go on a different little path because I know we're on the same fork. So I'm gonna try to take my little fork and just because I know everybody got the same sentiments, but I just don't think I said this a couple shows ago. I said I think this team is going to get clipped. I said that. I think this team is going to get clipped, and one of the reasons why I was like, why do you think that last night? I said I don't think they have enough guys that love the game of basketball. I think they got guys that are naturally just talented. Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant. Devin Booker. I think when you don't have that love and then you're just there to be there because it's a job, this is the result. And the dream team, those guys love, ate, slept, shitted basketball. And they wanted to dominate. They wanted to I don't want to say this on the air without getting in trouble, but they wanted to slit your throat and then still rip up the carcass while you were sitting there. They wanted to inflict pain. They wanted you to know that they were the best. They were the cream of the crop and that you didn't hold a candle to them. You couldn't even get your candle out of your closet. That's what they wanted you to know. And this team just I don't know, you could probably compare one of the teams that's closest to the dream team, but this definitely ain't it. And I hate how the media, compare this to the dream team. No, you're not. I will give big props to, is this Luol Deng's team?
Nah.
It's not Luol Deng?
I don't believe
South
so.
Sudan?
I don't believe so. Bo was supposed to be on this team, but he decided to concentrate on his NBA career. He just re-signed. He just re-signed with Phoenix, man.
He needs to concentrate on putting effort in.
Real quick, KG, can you look up who put the South Sudan team? Whoever put the South Sudan team, big credit to them. And this is one of those things where we talked about when we was talking about Boston, when we talk about teams that got to get that experience. And this was just one of those things, you know. And then you got to think about the embarrassment that kicked in for Team USA. Like, we can't lose this game, and I think that's what carried them to the victory. It's embarrassing. I don't care if they won or not. It's just, you know, it is what it is. This is the NBA. This is the NBA product, and I will give kudos to LeBron. I'm not gonna kill LeBron. He came through, got the bucket. They won. 39 years old. Yeah, he did. 39 years old. So I'm gonna pass it to the gentleman Jack, because, like I said, I know everybody kind of, not trying to step on anybody's toes. Everybody get because this is crazy.
Yeah, it was. Like I say, 100, 101. The starting squad was interesting to me. They came out starting squad: Curry, Booker, Holiday, James, and Embiid. I was surprised to see Holiday in the starting lineup, but USA jumped on them. What was I say?
I said you need a defender.
Yeah, I understand that, but I just didn't think. I mean, he was a later pick on the team. I just didn't think they would do it. I thought they would have went another route, but they came out, started real hot to a 10-2 lead, and then Sudan got hot with the threes, 26-24 after the first quarter. I was surprised right there. Second quarter, Sudan. Am I saying it right? Sudan?
You're right.
South Sudan pushed the tempo in the second quarter and ended up 58-44 at the half. And I was like, holy moly. And then Kerr changed the lineup to start the third. He put in Edwards, White, Tatum, Adebayo, and Davis. That's an interesting little mix there. And I tell you, White defensively did what he does. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do. And he did last night. Played defense great. They chipped away the lead. And then, going into the fourth, they had a little bit. And then third quarter, USA went off. They scored 37 points in the quarter alone. So that's when they made their makeup right there, because I think they was down as much as 15 at one time. Poor shooting. Shooting was horrific. Curry, the numbers from three for him were unreal. I can't remember where I got my stat sheet. Curry, 3 for 9. Edwards, 1 for 7. The total U.S. team was 7 for 28 from threes. So it's a closer three, too. So Sudan outshot them, out-hustled them. They were after all the loose balls. And then come to the end, LeBron James gets the ball, clear out. I'm going to the hole, puts them up by 1. Sudan had 8 seconds left, 3 chances at the rim. I thought they had a great shot, but Davis contested it. And it was a great finish. I was surprised to see a competitive game out of this, but I thought it was, damn good effort by Sudan. They got some good ballers on that team. None of them are in the NBA no more. Who was their high point man? Their high point man was Big KG. Who was their high point man? Was it Gabriel or because the boy?
Oh shoot!
Shea had 6 threes himself. The one young boy had a triple-double, 15, 11, and 11. His name is Carlik Jones. He's played 12 games in the NBA over 3 years. And then LeBron had one of his ex-teammates, Wenyen Gabriel. He was with the Lakers a little bit ago. He had a pretty good game, too. I thought Sudan played great. Let's see, because we're going to match up with him again in Pool C. So there's going to be a rematch of this game in the Olympics, and I'd like to see the difference. Because seeing LeBron and Steph Curry come off the court, pumping the chest, saying, yeah, we need a challenge. I like games like, man, it shouldn't have been a challenge. You were 43-point favorites, man. You should be a little bit shook that y'all didn't perform as well as you should. So that's my bit on that game. It was a good game.
We talk about these teams when we see the collection of talent, but we forget about the mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Team USA with the Dream Team, their mentality wasn't. And I mean, I know we're dealing with a different climate when it comes to foreign basketball players, but their mentality as a whole was to take your head off and deal with the rest of it. Like call the ambulance and let them sort out the bodies was their thought process. And these teams now, they are too comfortable, and they come in like they're expected to win, and that's how they play. They play with the expectation of winning, but not like being doggedly attached to winning. And sometimes you got to attack winning with a level of intensity where winning is the only thing, winning is the only focus. You know what I'm saying? KG, cue it up. Tell me about yesterday, because yesterday is gone. You know what I'm saying? We got to deal with today, because that's right here, right now.
Ever sees a bird.
Tomorrow's too far away.
Right now, it's all we got. You know what I'm talking about? The greatest opportunity in the world is found in today. You understand that? We don't even know what yesterday got for us. You know what I'm talking about? Because it's already gone. Tomorrow, too far away. What about right now? What about right now?
Right now.
Huh? Would you give it all up for me right now? I got you. Huh? Let's go then.
And I think that's the story of yesterday. That's what happened. Like, I think Team USA was just too comfortable in their shoes. They expect to win. And that's their issue. Is they expect to win, and they don't just take the win.
The Dream Team wanted to win, and they wanted to have it where, yeah, they were rock stars, and people wanted to take pictures with them, but they wanted after the game you not ever wanted to play basketball.
True.
Ever again, and that's they were smiling, they took the pictures and stuff, but they wanted you to know on the court that it's like you're not here, you're nothing. The battle is between us to see who's getting the highlights, who's dominating. That the battle is between the Dream Team itself. You guys are insignificant, and we want to embarrass you in front of your girlfriend, your wives, your daughters. We want you to go back to your country and them disown you. That's what we want. That's what we're aiming for. And like the Midnight Rider said, it's just a different climate. We got some comments from Matty Ice, big guy.
Matty Ice said that they play like this in Paris, they will not win gold, period. And I agree with that. I do. They may not even medal if they play like this.
I think they're too good not to medal.
Matty Ice said if Herb Brooks was coaching this team, they may be still running laps in the gym this morning. This team needs to hear his speech from Miracle after the tie against Norway. let me jump into this thing. You got a great assembly of talent. You got some of your top stars in LeBron James, Joel Embiid, Devin Booker, Steph Curry, Anthony Edwards, one of your new top stars, Jason Tatum, Anthony Davis, and
NBA champion Jason Tatum.
NBA champion Jason Tatum.
Thank you, sir.
And when this team was put together, I remember people saying, "Oh man, this is probably the best assembly of talent since the Redeem team." And I kept saying, "No, it's not. Stop." Here's the thing. I understand the lofty goals you have to live up to when everybody wants to be better than the Dream Team. And I said this once before. I said this team is not better than Dream Team. 1, 2, or 3, they're not better than the Redeem Team. This team's barely better than the daggone 2004 bronze medal team. This is a bunch of individuals. This is not a team.
Mm-hmm.
Because a team, you're not going to get out on us as a team. When we have this much talent, you're not going to get out on us. And I don't even see Kevin Durant's name in the
did not play.
He's not back yet.
He's still
Okay.
he might play Monday, I think they say.
Okay.
And they got Germany Monday as well.
You running up against these teams and you're running into them as an individual. It can't be, well, LeBron's over here and Steph's over there. No, it's supposed to be Team USA. You're not playing USA ball. And this is where the United States as a whole has fell behind every other country in basketball. Every other country plays team ball. You have a concept, a goal, and then you have an offense. Team USA does not have a concept. They have a goal to win gold medal, but they really don't even have a goal, a offense. It's like you come up court. Oh, who's open? I'm gonna give it to him. Oh, I'm gonna shoot this 3. Man, then on defense, what happened to these tenacious defenders on defense? Like I can't get to it right now. How many NBA all defensive players are on this team? Bam Adebayo is one. I know Anthony Edwards is one. I know
Okay.
LeBron is one.
White's one.
White's one. Drew Holiday is one.
Mm-hmm.
Why are y'all not strapping up?
Because they suck.
But hold on. But you're talking about NBA defense.
I get that.
We talked on this show numerous times. NBA defense means nothing now. They don't play defense. And it's showing here because now they got to play for real, and it just tells you the level or lack of level that the NBA has on defense and effort. I think.
Here's the thing: if you're a defensive player, if you're a player that loves to play defense, playing internationally is good for you because you get to play defense the correct way. To see what I'm used to, and what I'm used to is I'm used to tenacious defense. I'm used to bulldogs. If you are the primary scorer, I'm used to somebody picking you up as soon as you get off the bus.
So you want Team USA to get Avery Bradley?
Dylan Brooks,
Dylan Brooks played for, I forget who
Canada.
Dylan Brooks playing for.
Canada.
Okay.
Oh, Canada.
But this is what I'm saying. Take it back a little ways. If you remember the rivalry between Jordan and Pippen and Tony Kukoc, they frustrated him so bad because they picked him up 94 feet wherever he moved. And then once Jordan was on him, now Tony is 6'11". Jordan 6'6", Pippen 6'7". They picked him up and frustrated him so bad. But not only when they were switching back and forth, see, one thing that people fail to realize, you had to pick up Petro too. They picked up Petro and jumped in his face. And Petro wasn't no easy win. Where's the tenacious defense like that? I want to see LeBron guarding the best player on that team. I want to see LeBron putting the asses. Like, I want to see effort. There's no effort with this team. But what I don't want to see again Don't ever mention this team in the same breath as the Dream Team ever again.
No, sir.
Here we go. Here you go. Come
Don't
on,
ever
KG.
mention this team that was favored by 43 and you won by 1.
Tell him, KG. Give it to him.
If you're not out here destroying these teams by 35, I don't expect you to beat them by 40. But if you're not destroying them by 35, cut all that. And if you do win a gold medal, you win a gold medal in the nail biter, give it back because you don't deserve it. Because if they had a chance, they would cut your heart out, show it to you while it's still beating. Before
Indy, cover your heart.
I can't with this team, man. I can't.
Two things real quick. I think the first thing is A and B. This could be a wake-up call for Team USA where they get on the ball. Or the B side, and I think I'm leaning towards the B side, this could be the worst thing that happened to Team USA, where other teams see this and like, oh, there is no armor up. The hell with the chink in the armor. There is no armor up. We can get them. And I guarantee that 92 Dream Team Rockstar stuff where they want to take, that's over, right? We're in a different time. And I think you're going to have teams coming up now, like we can beat them. We can beat them. The other thing I said a couple shows ago when I said I think they're going to get clipped is that they're going to die on this shooting, this 3-point shooting bench. This is what's going to – it almost beat them yesterday. This is what's going to lose them a game because if Steph's not hitting and that's your best guy, and now you just got – this is why you get down by 13, 15, 20 quick. You're shooting threes, and they're not going in, and all of a sudden this team is going to the rack, and their lead is building. Now you can get it back, but it's going to catch up with them where they're not going to be able to get it back and get those points back in abundance. And I'm just saying, this might be another shit stain on a couple people's legacy.
Ooh.
Well, Xavier asked, is Kawhi still part of the team? No. Kawhi left. He's done.
No, he didn't leave. The Clippers said, bring that Bama back home. Because if he can't play for us, he ain't playing for nobody.
Well, shoot,
Team USA said
he was still in Vegas.
Huh?
They were still in Vegas. They never even really got on the plane to get out of here.
Kawhi called the Clippers like, hey, can you call up here so I come home?
No. The Clippers called.
Like, come home.
That's what I'm saying. He called the Clippers, so it looks like the Clippers called. It looks like the Clippers like, yeah, we just have reservation about him playing. Whole time he's setting it up. Yeah, Ma, can you call and tell my friends that I got to come home and clean up? That's what Kawhi did.
Come on, friends, Mom.
Matty Ice said 100% BJ defense wins championships.
That's a lot.
The lack of defense now shows in 2K. Of course it does. Lee Ice says these players have no pride for their country like the other countries. They barely have pride for themselves.
That's a tough statement right there.
Nah.
That's a tough statement because if the biggest thing that stood out with the Redeem team was the Kobe running through Pau Gasol. Because Mark is the better of the Gasol brothers. We won't have that discussion here. But he ran through Pau's chest and things happen.
And that's what we missing, man. That's the when you put on your uniform for your country, that was his teammate.
Right.
That's what's like, and you could see the look on the other Team USA like, holy shit, did he just do that?
Oh yeah,
right.
Exactly. And it just set the tone, and there is no bar for this team. Nobody set the bar like this is how we gonna play. This is how we gonna play. We talked about Russ the other thing. When Russ is on the court, Russ set the bar for energy. You can talk about his shooting, his handling, sometimes turn up, but Russ sets the bar for energy. If you're not matching my energy, you gotta hear from Russ. You're going to hear from Russ if you're not matching his energy on the court. And there's no bar set besides let's jack up threes. That's the only bar set right now for team. There is no bar like I expect us to come out here and if the thing say 43, we need to beat them by 60. That they don't have that.
Yeah. And every 4 years, though, we're going to have this team's better than the dream team. We hear it every year, man. And we've yet to see it.
Well, I mean, the biggest difference is the world wasn't wasn't as skilled then as they are now. So that becomes part of the difference.
Yes, agree.
I mean, because besides the team with Vlade and company, that was probably the best team that Team USA had to face, and it was only one. There wasn't like a myriad. Whereas we're at a point now where like Team Canada, France, especially France, like there's a glutton of teams now that you got to fight through. Mm-hmm. So the road to hoe is harder. I didn't say hoes, I said hoe. You have to fight your way harder to get to the point of winning the gold medal. And it's a little bit harder than it was before.
That's definitely true. That's definitely true. The world of basketball has definitely improved. Because back then, before Dream Team, it was college kids playing against, German professionals, Russian professionals, 25, 35 years old. And then when we sent our men there, we mopped up.
Right.
We proved the point at that time.
I have to disagree with the Midnight Rider. It wasn't just the Croatian team. It was a Croatia, Spain, Puerto Rico, Lithuania.
I was about to do the same thing. I couldn't get off mute quick enough.
I mean, let's not act like it was on. See, when you say, "Oh, that was the only team they had to worry about," that sounds like you diminishing.
No, I'm not diminishing.
And but see, it was more than one team. But here's the thing: Croatia scored 85 against them. They beat them 117 to 85 in the gold medal game. That's a pretty close game.
What about Puerto Rico?
Oh, they beat Puerto Rico 115 to 77.
What was the score again?
115 to 77.
And who were they playing?
Puerto Rico.
Oh, y'all are crazy again. Y'all done drank.
I swear to God, you cannot say that word without the hoe coming after it. I just
Jesus.
I don't. If you don't say it,
we know you're not old enough.
Friends.
Yeah, tell me you spent a bunch of time in the club.
Yes,
Matty Ice agrees with the boss BJ and Lee Ice. Antonio says if USA wins gold, Noah Lyles better win gold in both the 100 and 200 because that statement he made last year won't age well.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, bet that.
I think this right here is.
Hey, that last score you gave, who was USA playing?
Puerto Rico.
Oh!
I think this, and BJ, you said a wake-up call. Their wake-up call should have been against the select team. When you got, for lack of a better term, I'm going to go ahead and say pause right now.
By Coop.
You got your ass busted by Cooper Flag.
Coop.
That should have been, that's your red flag right there going in here. That was your red flag.
Your ass busted by a high school senior.
17-year-old.
This cat he ain't even officially in college yet. Classes ain't started, and you got your ass busted by him.
Dropping buckets on them boys.
I'm sorry.
Where he going? Where is he going? Dookie.
Don't do this. Don't do this.
He's going Dookie.
Duke, and there's a player on the Sudan team that's going to be playing at Duke as well. What's his name?
And they can get swept by Carolina.
250 pounds.
Don't worry about it. Ain't nothing finer than playing at Carolina.
That's all right.
We're going to sweep them this year.
We'll see what's up.
And I was on mute, but Luol Deng did have he had a a hand in building this Sudan.
That's
Sudan
what I thought. That's what I
Oh,
thought.
okay.
And he's one of the coaches.
I thought you
And
said he was
they-
playing.
No.
No.
His
he
I
ain't.
think, I don't know if that's
Yeah.
He might be still getting
is that
paid
his
by
son
somebody.
playing?
He ain't
Another
playing.
Duke player.
Hey, if they down by one again, don't. He might rip the stuff off real quick and sub himself in. You're like, well, we can get this one for gold medal. We can get this.
They had a good shot at it.
South Sudan's head coach is a former NBA player, Royal Ivy.
Okay.
Oh, that's my dude. He went to Texas. He actually played. Okay, not the name drop, but my boy that was just in town. His name is Freddie Williams, Ward number 10 in Texas. His tragedy was that TJ Ford was a freshman. He was a junior. He got hurt, and TJ Ford got in the court. And unfortunately, he never saw his spot again. But Royal Ivy was on that team with him. So, shameless plug from the Midnight Rider. Giving a shout out to his boy, Freddie Williams. Much love. He going back overseas. He actually should be back overseas now as we speak.
Hey, Freddie, can we get you on the show, Freddie? Hey, Freddie.
You want to do that?
Freddie. Yeah,
Of course we do.
absolutely.
The only thing is going to be the time difference. But I'll
If we got to be up at 3 a.m., we be
make it
there.
work. I'll
Okay.
make it do what it do, baby.
Make it do what it do. We in the back of the church making deals. We got the money. Now we making some deals. We got the plate. The plate full is hot. It's steaming hot. Now we making deals in the back of the church.
At this church, we like the kind of jingle, but with the fun, the kind of fold, if you know what I mean.
I got the backup pass. They coming back there. What I tell? I said, boy, get out of here. Tell him something. Get out of here, though. I'm counting his money. Get out of it. Go entertain him.
Real quick. Tiger misses the cut at 14 over.
You can't go to that because I got to leave in a minute. You got to go to what I got to talk about. What
I thought we had time. Okay, we'll come back to Tiger. Josh Allen slander. Is it warranted? We were supposed to get this on Thursday, but we was acting a fool and we didn't get to it. Josh Allen is being ripped in the media by so many different people. He's being blamed for Buffalo's woes in the playoffs. And I wanted to get a boss BJ a chance to stand up for his man. So B, take it over.
I thought we were talking about the real Josh Allen.
Bills
So I think
Mafia.
in Jacksonville,
Actually,
the guy that
there
gets
is. And there is no more real Josh Allen because he changed his name. It was so much pressure. Where's Duval Paul? He was so much pressure on him to be up to that standard, that bar that is Josh Allen, Joshua Patrick Allen. That he had to change his name. What is it, Hines Allen now?
Harvey Allen, something like that. Yeah.
It's Ketchup. We just call him Ketchup from now on.
All right.
The one in Joshua, we're just gonna call him Ketchup from now on. But let me tell you this. I'm a lifelong Buffalo fan.
Sorry for your luck.
Hey, look, I know it pains me to say that's why I'm to the point where, and I've said this before, I don't care if they barely make the playoffs. I don't really care about the postseason. Wake me up when they holding up the Lombardi Trophy because I've been through enough heartache, enough pain, enough missed field goals, enough 13 seconds, enough Music City miracles. You can't even name another team that went through so much. Okay? But let's talk about Josh Allen for a second. One of the best things to hit Buffalo. Is some of the slander warranted? It is. That's my boy. But he can't take all of it because he can't play defense. He can't play special teams.
Can't catch the ball.
Can't catch the ball. Oh my goodness. He can't catch the ball. 14, Stephon Diggs. He can't make coaching decisions where, and this is on everybody on the team. It gets to a point where the regular season for them are checkers. When you start getting to the playoffs, when you start having to play Andy Reid, you have to play chess. And Buffalo has been still on the checkerboard trying to figure out when do we move. And this is where Sean McDermott has to take the blame. If you look at every playoff loss except Cincinnati. Cincinnati was just a complete debacle because I believe that they were just out of gas that season. That was the Damar Hamlin season. A lot went on. A lot of game things and pregame this and the Damar Hamlin. I think they were just out of gas, and it showed all across the board. The rest of the playoff losses I just don't put them on Josh Allen. The 13-second game, that wasn't him. You can't have your defense just be an open gate. You can't have last year. You can't have your kicker miss a field goal that you need.
Right.
It is what it is. But the slander is just like, unfortunately, somebody made a really good comparison. And I don't know if it's just a comparison. I'm not saying because there's other great quarterbacks, but this is Brady and Manning. This is Manning trying to fight through Brady and the Patriots to try to get through the AFC, to try to get through a Super Bowl. This is what this is. But then I say that because you got Joe Burrow. He's already fought through, went to a Super Bowl and lost. You got Lamar, which we don't ever have to worry about Lamar showing up in the playoffs. That's a whole nother episode. Right? That's a whole nother episode. Okay. But Josh Allen, I think the concern with Buffalo is that, oh my God, they lost Stephon Diggs, they lost Gabe Davis. And for me, you losing two of the most, besides Gabe Davis in the AFC divisional game, right? You're losing two of the most unproductive receivers when it comes to the playoffs. I don't know if I'm standing on the hill by myself. I need to get some Buffalo people on here. I actually think the receiving core got better because you have more variety. You could push Dalton Kincaid, your number one pick, into more of the offense going through him. You still have Dawson Knox. You have Khalil Shakir. You got Curtis Samuel from Washington. You got Keon Coleman. You just got Valdez-Scantling from the Chiefs. You have weapons. You have weapons all across the board. Unless you have Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase on your team, you don't have one man that can wreck. You just don't. Is that you need multiple. If you have 3 or 4 guys out there, you can't focus on one player. You can't focus on double and triple team and Stephon Diggs. You can't focus on that. You can't take away one facet of the offense. So I actually think they got better. But I think as long as Josh Allen lines up behind center, I think the AFC East is Buffalo's to lose. And I think that the window for a Super Bowl will always be open. It just has to line up. We've seen enough football to watch that things just line up that Super Bowl year. I thought last year was going to be it. They went on the run to win the AFC East. They beat Pittsburgh, which was a scary game for me because I thought if Pittsburgh had a competent quarterback, it was kind of a red flag for me. I thought if Pittsburgh had a competent quarterback, they may have beat Buffalo. So that was kind of a red flag for me. I'm like, why aren't we disposing of – and, people talk shit about Mike Tomlin, but that's a well-coached team.
The standard is the standard.
The standard is the standard. And that's someplace where there's a bar set, and if you don't meet that bar, Mike Tomlin's coming off you when you come off the field, Mike Tomlin's waiting for you. That's the standard. Like you're not living up to it. I'm going to let you know. Buffalo got some kinks to work out. Everybody's going to want to see what the receiving core can do, but I'm not worried about Josh Allen. I think as long as he's healthy, we're talking about another, probably top 3, top 5 MVP voting season if he don't get it this year. But until he beat Patrick Mahomes, I said Patrick Allen, oh my goodness. Until he beat Patrick Mahomes when it counts, not in the regular season, this is always going to be warranted. Till he beats Joe Burrow when it counts, this is always going to be warranted. So you have to do it one game at a time. You have to go to the regular season. You just can't fast forward because they still got to deal with Miami. You still got to deal with the Jets. But I take Josh Allen any day, any day. And I know it's a slow media, with no football, no NBA. So you got to find something to talk about. And I think Josh Allen has become the new Dak Prescott. Josh is flashier. Josh is, you know,
he ain't quite there yet.
you don't think
He ain't there
you don't
yet.
think with this slander, you don't think he gets
No,
a slander
it's
at
not-
Dak?
I don't think it's slander. I think Josh Allen is, if Burrows was healthy, I think Burrows is 2 and Allen is 3. I think Lamar Jackson's talents make him 4, but Lamar Jackson's inability as a quarterback to make plays in the playoff makes him 4 or 5. Like Lamar Jackson, like the second the playoff starts, he goes from being Gumby and being Pokey. He becomes the side piece. You know what I'm saying? He's not Batman, he's Robin.
Batgirl.
Oh Lord.
He's not Superman, Batman. He's the Wonder Twin that becomes the bucket of ice.
Here's the thing. Josh Allen and Dak Prescott should never be mentioned in the same sentence.
No. I'm tired of y'all disrespecting that.
Hold on.
I'm tired of I can't take the Dak disrespect. Because what everybody likes to do, and it's comfortable and it's cool. Oh, Dak can't win the playoffs.
If you let me finish, you'll understand why I say that. It's not slander what I'm getting ready to say about Dak Prescott.
Okay, KG, I'll let you finish.
Dak Prescott.
But before you go, I just want to let you know that Beyonce had the best album over. Yeah, all right, go ahead.
Dak Prescott and Josh Allen are 2 different quarterbacks. They're not even the same coin, so you can't call them 2 different sides. They're 2 different quarterbacks. Number one. Now, Josh Allen has been in big games and won big games. Dak Prescott has won some games. Dak Prescott is a regular season quarterback right now, but I believe in my heart of hearts, if Dak Prescott was ever to leave Dallas and get that stank off of him, he'd be a totally different quarterback, because from September to maybe about early December, he's an MVP candidate. But then that Dallas stank get on him. He can't win in December and January.
Yep.
So, I mean, I'm just saying. Matty Ice, being a Cardinals fan, I feel your pain.
What big games have Josh Allen won?
He's won big regular season games. He's won big playoff. Let me ask you a question.
Hold
on. Let me ask you a question.
I need to get my glasses?
Hold on. Let me ask a question. You say, what big games has he won? John Madden said it best. Show me a little game.
Oh man.
Oh, time out. Before we get there, the question or the line on the page is
a healthy Aaron Rodgers is number 2 in the AFC.
Fallacy. It's a fallacy. It's a Travis Shan mockery. Aaron Rodgers is 2
How?
in the league that has Patrick Aloquacious Mahomes. We got Joe Burrow. We got Josh Allen, and Aaron Rodgers is 2. We're not living this life. I think Antonio Brown need to go to Lake Minnetonka and purify
himself.
Oh shit.
Okay, so wait. If
He's
Aaron
won
Rodgers
as
is number
many.
2,
He's
who's
won as
number 1 and who's number 3?
Say what?
If Aaron Rodgers is number 2, who's number 1 and who's number 3?
Well, he
Aaron
can't
Rodgers,
answer that question. He can't answer that question because he don't lie.
But Aaron Rodgers only played
He can't be 2.
As,
He can't be 2.
he only played 8 seconds as a New York Jet.
He can't be 2.
we know who number 1 is, so that's not
Maybe 5
know who
years
number
ago for Rodgers.
We can argue about 2 and 3, but we know
We'll
2
argue
and 3.
about 2. Yeah.
We can have the argument, and wherever your thoughts.
I put
3.
Burrow at 2 because he's been further.
And then Burrow's only problem is himself.
Yeah. And Josh but Lamar can't be above, even with the MVPs, he can't be above those 3.
Yeah.
So
Because-
Lamar would
yeah.
be number 4.
Lamar
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lamar
he's
would be
4.
4. Yeah, he'd be 4.
Because Justin Herbert ain't won nothing. Trevor Lawrence ain't as good as Baby Jesus ain't as good. So if that's the Jesus that you gonna die on the cross of, you gonna go ahead and end up in purgatory or hell because he ain't saving you. That's not your savior.
Okay.
But big guy, what big games on Josh Allen resume does he have that Dak don't have? They big. We talking about big regular season games, and like I said, it's like Dak threw some interceptions. I think Buffalo's playoff woes have been a complete failure. But until you beat Kansas City, you had a chance. He had a chance to have his big moment. Kansas City came to Orchard Park and they lost.
Right.
Like I said, it's not all on him. But I always say when you're goated, if you want those horns, that's when you got to go above and beyond. You got to bring your team above and beyond, and Patrick does it. Whether it's coming back and whatever it is, they always seem to be in the mix because of him. And that's where Josh has to get to. That's what Dak has to get to. And Lamar just has to get on the plane to get to the game, I guess, because he just doesn't get there. So, to me, there is no big wins because we're not talking about, and I'm not trying to be funny, we're not talking about the Commanders that's trying to rebuild, that's trying to win a division. Buffalo's expectations is a Super Bowl. So if you're not winning a Super Bowl, you're not winning a big game. If you're not putting Patrick Mahomes out the playoffs, even if you put Patrick Mahomes out the playoffs, you lose the next round is null and void because your goals. The Kansas City Chiefs are going for a three-peat. That is their goal. They don't give a shit about the AFC West winning the AFC. They can lose that and still make a run and go make a Super Bowl. If we got a healthy Cincinnati team, their goal is a Super Bowl. If you got a healthy Baltimore team, their goal is a Super Bowl. The regular season counts and matters. You have to play it. But those are your big games. Patrick Mahomes don't care about. But ask him. Buffalo done beat him the last 2 regular seasons? He don't care about that. It don't matter because at the end of the day, when he on CBS, he holding up the Lombardi Trophy. You think he think about Buffalo beating them in the regular season?
Here's when I say big games. The way I'm from the school of Madden, so the way John Madden describes it, there is no little games. You show me a little game. Number one, it's always a game where you need a first down here, a field goal there, a catch there. It's always like that little, just an inch or two. He's close, just can't get there.
Like Luther's curl?
It just don't quite curl over. Exactly. And I think that the slander and Nick Wright eviscerated Josh Allen last week, and I was really upset about it. I was like, why? What okay. You talking about Josh Allen like he's lost product. But when it comes to a quarterback, I noticed that certain quarterbacks get more slander and hate than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
When Patrick Mahomes is going through his struggles, nothing was said. And he was struggling for some time. He struggled all the way up until like right before the playoffs. Then it clicked. Nobody said anything. Oh, he's hurt. He's this, he's that. But any other quarterback that struggles, oh, this guy's not as good as we thought, and he's garbage. He's this, he's that, he's just this. Lamar Jackson, for everything he's done, nobody ever says, well, why did Harbaugh change the way that they approach the game? If you got to this AFC championship game, you got to this AFC divisional round, why are you trying to make Lamar a pocket passer instead of making Lamar do what got you here? Nobody talks about coaching. They put it all on the quarterback. I can only run the game the way you tell me to.
Yeah. And talking about a quarterback, in my opinion, like Josh Allen, I think he's definitely one of the top quarterbacks in the league. But anybody mentioned Josh Allen's a dual threat quarterback as well. The man can run with the ball. He scores touchdowns with his feet as well as his arm. He's got a new wide receiver core pretty much coming in with Samuels and the new draft pick Keon Coleman. They got 11 on roster right now, wide receivers. So that's going to be a hell of a decision to start making cuts over there. They got some young guys. They got one boy. His name is Quintez Cephas. I like that name. Hope he makes it. But, I think he still got solid weapons to produce. It's not like the Bills are going downhill. I think everybody just needs to relax and let Josh be Josh. I mean, the Bills just, they're not there. They've had some bum luck in the playoffs. And, I think everything's fine with Josh Allen. I don't see what the criticism is for.
I think this is live. We need something to talk about. We gotta put a question in the comment box or whatever, and we need replies. And I think Josh Allen took some of the heat for some of this because
taking all the
space. They're in the space. No, I mean he's in that space. I mean, is he too? Depending on what you like. You know what I'm saying? Some of us like, red bones, thick thighs. Some of us like slim and thin. It's like you can get what you like. You just gotta be at the bar and order what you want.
Well, I can tell you, there's at least 25 teams in this league that would have him as their starting quarterback.
Oh, it's probably 32 or 32. I mean, 30
something.
32.
Start Mahomes and Jackson. Baltimore won't
want
him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So 25 teams would love to have a quarterback like Josh Allen anytime.
But the thing about what you like is it's like you can have it your way, and it just depends on what your way is.
Burger King.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. This is Burger King.
Yeah, this is when you play quarterback. It's like Burger King.
Fellas, it's that part of the Sunday where I gotta make a mad dash. Y'all have a good rest of the show. I'll be watching as I enjoyed it. So until next time.
Be good, B. Go Bills.
Matty Ice said, oh shoot, it went in the right order. All right, cool. Have a good rest of the show, guys. I know this will shock you, but head into the Guards game. Make sure you take plenty of picks there, Matty.
He lives there.
Yeah, he does. And he's living out the other part of my Indian fanhood. So I appreciate it.
Oh, that's a beautiful stadium they got out there.
I gotta go.
Beautiful stadium, beautiful.
That's on the bucket list. And I gotta go with Maddie. So
yeah.
I gotta figure that out.
Get fed.
I ain't even worried about getting fed. I gotta just
Maddie cooks it up.
If you don't, so you may not know, but I was a Guardians fan. From like 93 on.
Oh, you was an Indians fan because of Major League.
No, yes. I'm just you say that jokingly.
Only one.
Dude, I watched Major League so much and then I knew that team so well that I knew they were gonna pop that year. Because that year they had I think they had Ken Lofton, I think it was Bell, I think it was they traded for Alomar, or they didn't have Alomar yet. They had Carlos Barrega. I knew that whole Indians team like my backhand, because shout out to Sporting News, but the Sporting News used to give you like all the players, all the updates on teams' farm systems, and I knew the Indians farm system like the back of my hand. And yeah, in '93, I was like, I committed. I full-fledged committed. I made a bet with my best friend for the '94 season that the Indians would be in first place by the All-Star break. And they were. And then only thing that kept them from winning the World Series was the strike.
Well, fellas, we come to that point of the show.
Already.
Oh, let's go, baby. Let's go.
Matty, I said tickets.
Oh, you know what? Hey, Matty, we might have to work it out where it's me, you, and the Rooster, Chris Russell, in the stands one night. But we gotta get a bunch of seats because
and
a lot of guys. So we might need like 5 seats for 3 people.
There's a gleam, man.
The new
There's a
stadium
gleam.
is bigger.
Let's get the gleam.
So there's a gleam in the Midnight Riders out there. So,
Yes,
fellas,
sir.
what y'all eating today?
Yo, I think I'm doing like
You're doing some chicken and some broccoli, you know, like every time.
that sounds good.
That's
But I
what
think
you
I'm
do.
going to try the hibachi style, me
Oh.
some chicken, shrimp with some rice. I'm actually going to do it this weekend.
Okay.
So that's what we're going to do.
That sounds good. I'm probably gonna be eating out somewhere.
Right.
As soon as I get off of here, I'm jumping, going to the hospital, see my cousin. We got a lot going on up there today.
Traveling mercies, prayers with him, the whole thing.
Yeah.
I heard in your voice earlier, pre-show. So I mean,
yeah, it's been a lot, man. The phone calls, the texts, and stuff's getting overwhelming right now, and
yeah, man,
hard to get back to everybody. So we're probably gonna eat out. I don't know if I'm gonna meet up with my sisters and go eat with them or something, but we'll be on the road. I'm not sure. Like I said, a lot going on. His son's gonna show up to the hospital. He's from the West Coast. He'll be there today for the first time, and I don't know. My sister's talking about getting POA assigned to me, and I don't know if I want that.
Yo, that's crazy you even mention that, because I've had a conversation with a very good friend about POA, so that might be coming to my future too.
It's a powerful thing to be able to, take care of.
You just gotta honor the whatever. Like if they tell you, I want this, this, and this, you just gotta honor it, man.
Well, it's hard because he can't tell us that. He's pretty bad off.
I mean, even if you write it down, like I know, I remember my dad used to always tell me he never wanted to be on like life support. So I always thought about that whenever he got in situations, but thankfully, I found my dad passed away, and I don't mean that to diminish anything, but it's like,
I'm sorry,
I didn't have to go through that scenario of figuring it out. Like it was taken off the table. I didn't have to make a decision, and I was always thankful for not having to make the decision, no matter how that sounds. But it's a thing.
Yeah,
those decisions are tough sometimes, and like you don't walk away from those decisions without regret.
I can see that. But I mean, I'm honored that the family thinks they should select me for that. But and I'm tight. I know my cousin. I'm tight with him. I know what he would want, what he wouldn't want, and just getting his affairs tightened up. The place he lives, he rents, so we got a responsibility of getting all this stuff out and have everything back the way it was for the landlord. I can't get into all that on the show.
No, man. Just let's leave it there.
It's a lot, man. It's a
let's
lot.
just get KG. What you eating,
Please.
KG? And
what
then
you grubbing on? What's Lovey making?
Here we go. Mute
What's
his
Lovey
button.
making?
Mute button. She went out and she's getting some chicken because she didn't want the chicken that was in the house. So she's going to do some leg quarters.
Ooh.
Oh,
hello. On the grill or no?
No. She's going. I don't know how she's gonna make them, but I know she's getting them. And she said she wanted roasted potatoes, and corn on the cob, and she hasn't decided on a green yet.
That sounds good.
That sounds real good. Leg quarters.
I'm about ready for some more of that chicken. What was that chicken my wife made me the other day? The chicken with the pasta and the red sauce. Chicken.
Well, if you actually really want a good chicken dish, you get you some chicken Ben Conti. If you don't know, no, Jack, you're laughing, but there's a really.
I like the name Chicken Ben Conti. It sounds.
I'm telling you right now, Jack. There's a dish you don't know about this, but if Duval Paul comes on, he'll tell you about Chicken Ben Conti.
Is that right?
Yeah, we were actually on the Regis. Was it Regis and Kathy Lee?
Damn, that's a
His
long
wife-
time ago.
Yeah, so Regis and Catholic League, they used to pick like homemade dishes, and like they'd have the person that submitted the dish come in and fix it. So my buddy's wife, by accident, made a dish the night I was coming to their house for dinner, and she named it Chicken Ben Conti.
Is that
And
right?
if you YouTube it, it's a grainy video, but Chicken Ben Conti shows up on
It's
YouTube.
in my notes.
Yes, sir.
I will look that up.
KG, you ready to take us out?
Yes,
You're
sir.
on mute again?
You got to bust that mute off, man. Come on.
What are
I'm
we
trying to
doing
multitask
here?
more too much. That multitasking, man.
All right,
Well, okay.
take us home.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us. We will be back on Tuesday. Don't know what we're talking about, but I do want to get some thoughts from you gentlemen. So put a pin in this. Tiger was 14 over and missed the cut. What does that mean for him going forward?
Nothing. Just keep playing golf, dog, because you love golf.
I believe he's not playing again until December. That's what he
Just,
said.
he got to play as much as he's physically allowed to. And again, I keep saying this. He needs to lose 15 to 20 pounds to be an effective golfer going forward. Because his body can't handle Tiger Woods, the linebacker, the strong safety. Tiger Woods got to be a cornerback.
Yeah.
He got to lighten the load.
Yeah.
And if he don't understand it, then he's going to have a problem.
Mm,
We don't talk about Phil Mickelson not making a cut in the last 4 majors, but it's all good.
Yeah. But I want to talk more in depth on Tuesday as far as like legacy. Is this tarnishing his legacy? Don't answer now.
No. Okay.
Don't answer now.
Content.
We'll talk about it on Tuesday. So until then, for the boss BJ who had to run and go to the big job, the gentleman Jack, the man to the south, the Midnight Rider.
We're going to chop it up on a Tuesday. My bad.
I'm the big guy KG. We don't do no overtime, y'all. We are out.
Yeah. It happens.